How's it going, Taste Buds? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Evan.
And I'm your host, Gabe.
This is a podcast where we acquire and review the latest and greatest snacks.
So that you know what to try and what not to buy.
And the name of this podcast is the Super Tasters Podcast. It's a snack podcast, and we've got a lot of snacks to try for you today. These are all snacks that we smuggled back from Japan. And if you're watching this, I am in the forest. I'm in the woods, and I'm lost. Help me. Please. Someone send out a team or the dogs that can smell to find me.
Yeah.
I'm camping, so this is a Japan episode, a little treat for you guys while I'm gone. There's not going to be a snack news this week, but there is going to be snacking, and there's also going to be thanks. Thanks to our Patreon supporters, our patrons on patreon.com/supertasterspodcast is $5 a month. It's the only tier if you want to support us, and you can get access to behind-the-scenes content, get access to some bloopers, to some episodes early, stuff of that nature. Thank you so much to KG Tape Master. Thank you to Les Britt, Clearly Awesome, the Pickler. Thank you to Yarbs, Lisa Rose. Thank you to Unicycler. And thank you to Dillium Pickle Spear. Now,
Thank you.
We are also going to give thanks for this wonderful bounty, this harvest of sweet and savory snacks. We've got some Doritos. These are Doritos cup style. They are like Takis shaped. One of them is smoked cheese, and the other one is grilled tacos flavor. We've got a flavor of Pringles from Japan that we've never tried. Consomme.
Oh.
It looks like, I mean, we might need to get a translation. It looks like a soup, some sort of soup.
It's consomme. Yeah, which is like a French.
Okay, well, I've never been to France, but I have been to Japan, so you don't have to
Even better.
don't have to chastise me too hard. We've also got these. These look tasty. These are black pepper Ritz crackers. Some chips from, check that out. We've got chips from BULDAK, or the guys, that make the 2x spicy ramen. This is looks like potato chips. This is a 4-cheese blend. I don't know what the 4 cheeses are. I assume it's a 4-cheese blend. There's a 4 on here. These all look spicy. This one says original, spicy original. We might need to translate these. I don't know the exact flavors. We've got 3 chips from the Samyang, right? That's the brand Samyang?
Yeah, Samyang.
From Samyang. They all look spicy. I'm really excited to try them. We'll get the translation app out. Don't worry. We've got 2 Kit Kats we're going to try. What are those 2 flavors over there?
Over here, we have the Kit Kat with Milo, Nestle Milo, which is like a chocolate milk powder that I think is really popular in, like, I know for sure Australia, but maybe in the UK as well. It's kind of like their Ovaltine,
Okay.
And then also we have Sugar Butter Tree.
I didn't even know that's a tree that grows over there, but yeah, it grows. I guess butter are the leaves and sugar are the branches.
Yeah.
It's like sugar cane.
Yeah.
Got Minecraft on the brain. Sugar cane is not a real thing. That's only a thing in Minecraft. What are these guys right here?
These guys are the Nong Shim Black Italian Truffle Shrimp Chips.
Ooh.
Very, very, very excited for
those. Cost $400, and we did have to pay a fee. We had to pay a tariff on them when we brought them back.
Yes, we did.
What is that? You might ask. Those, if I remember correctly, these were a gift from my sister. These are our weird food this episode. We've got these clam. It's like clam jerky. It's clam strips. And it says, there's a preservative in there. And, it says they're good until 2 months ago. No. No, I double checked. Yeah, July 2nd. Actually, you know what? We're just in time. And these from 7-Eleven, fried chicken skin, lemon flavor. And you know what? Let's get crazy. Let's start with the fried chicken skin.
Let's do it. 7-Eleven brand. You got it.
7-Eleven packaging is so powerful. Okay. I did get it. Wow. Okay, there's 2 pieces of chicken skin. This is a third of a chicken. They split my boy up into 3 bags. Ooh, it smells great. It smells like fried chicken. It smells very lemony.
Oh, wow.
These look like, like pork rinds. All
Chicken rinds.
Cheers. Chicken rinds.
Chicken rinds. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Very moist.
Yeah.
And they're not surprisingly, there's a little bit of a softness there.
Yeah.
They're not just like crunchy, crispy. There's a little bit of give.
There's like some a fattiness to it. Yeah, that's keeping it from being like too dry.
What is there? There's like a pork rind snack that's kind of like that.
Yeah. It's
What is that called? That's not chicharron, right? Because that just means pork rind, right? What are those called?
I know exactly what you're talking
That
about.
reminds
It's almost
me-
like there's a piece of fat on it as well.
Yes,
It's like pork
yes,
belly bites or something
yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes. These are surprisingly, there's a crunch there, but they're also a little bit soft.
And it tastes like a seasoned fried chicken skin.
Yeah, it's not
bad
at all.
Oh.
What do you think?
Honestly, maybe I'm just feeling really generous. I feel like there are 4.
I think there are 4.
I think that
I
if
don't
there
think
was
I
like
could-
a hot and spicy version instead
Yeah.
of just straight lemon, probably a 5.
I feel comfortable putting these at 4. I don't think I could eat them all the time or eat a lot of them.
But that little
think I
bag
would
is a
feel
good
sick.
portion.
Yeah, yeah. That's very fun. Wow, yeah. Strong start to the episode. Moving on. We're going to save the sweets for last. Why don't we get into the Doritos, the cup-style Doritos?
Sure.
Smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese cup style Doritos.
I'm smoking on that cheddar Doritos pack.
Oh, that's a fun shape.
Okay. Yeah, they're not exactly like Takis. It almost looks like an undiscovered type of macaroni.
Yeah, it looks like an Italian
Or,
pasta shape.
A pasta shape. Sorry. Macaroni is not the default term for a pasta. Yeah, it looks like a pasta shape. Oh, that makes a little S.
Ooh, it does smell. It smells like smoked Gouda.
I'm going to clear my palate real quick.
It smells really nice. Hopefully it...
Smoked cheese, Dorito sticks.
Oh, wow.
Very strong flavor. Good texture.
Very savory. You see what I mean?
Yes. I mean, I also still have like chicken oil in my mouth. So great crunch. I think this shape lends itself to a nice, packed, seasoned bite.
Yeah. Good texture. There is a smokiness there. It's not crazy.
It's not super smoky for smoked, cheddar. What is it? Smoked cheese? Smoked cheese.
Yeah,
It's nice. Yeah. I feel good about them. I feel like they're fun. I like the shape. I like the flavor. And I think I'd probably just put them just a little bit above average in a 3.
Yeah. I think I'm feeling a 3 as well.
Not stale, thankfully. Thankfully, not stale.
Yeah, I know. Don't mind the dented packaging. It's very nice and fresh.
It's TSA, man. They got the batons out and everything. There's wham, wham, wham. They were looking for my Pokemon cards, and guess what? They're never going to find them. They never did. They never will.
They were very gently placed into our bags after being checked in Japan security, and then TSA. Yeah,
Yes,
was
the
beat
Japan
it up.
security. They folded our laundry
Yep.
into origami shapes and then repackaged our snacks. And they said a prayer. They sent it on. They tied everything in a nice, pretty bow, and then TSA elbow dropped it. They threw it out of the plane, got it from the ground, put it on the next plane.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move on to the Doritos Cup Style Grilled Tacos. Same snack, same shape, different flavor. Grilled tacos. Now I'm wondering if this is like a translation thing, if it's just going to be like, this is the nacho cheese.
Whoa.
Oh, never mind. Holy, that smells like a Taco Bell hot sauce
It
packet.
smells like hot sauce. Yeah.
I'm really excited. That's not what I was expecting. I was proven wrong like immediately.
Wow.
Did you catch the chip ghost? He's in the stratosphere right now. He's gone. But that's okay. Sometimes it's good to set them free.
It was too. We were distracted, and he took that opportunity.
Well, you want to like ethically and sustainably harvest chip ghosts.
Yep.
You don't want to over harvest. You want to set some free. You want to save some for the next person. So,
That's
wow,
right.
those smell so strong. I'm very excited.
Wow, they smell good.
Oh my God.
And they are good.
It's like sour cream in like taco sauce.
Yeah.
It tastes like Taco Bell taco sauce with taco seasoning. This is insane. This is so flavorful. Holy moly.
Wow, this is really good. Kind of sweet almost.
Yeah, there's a little bit
Tangy.
of sweetness. It's like a tomatoey flavor. There's a tiny little bit of spice, but it's not really strong. Most of what you're getting is it smells like a taco sauce. Like a, it reminds me of Taco Bell, but maybe like a La Victoria or something.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Those are pretty good, man.
That is, that's a lot of flavors going on there. They really capture that very well.
Yeah.
Dude, someone knocked it out of the park. Holy. I mean,
There's so much depth of flavor.
Has to be a 5.
It's a 5.
It's got to be a 5 from me.
It's a 5.
Wow. Wow. I was not expecting that. That is so good. Holy. Now from here, I'm wondering if it makes sense to go on to the black pepper Ritz.
Yeah.
You sure? You really thought about that one?
No, I heard a knock at the door.
That was my dog.
Oh,
He was knocking for dinner, but first I have to get my snacks.
That's right. That's right.
It's like when you have to put when you're on the plane, you have to put your oxygen mask on first, and then you take care of the kids.
You have to eat your snacks
if
first.
I'm hangry, I'm not going to do a good job of feeding you.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh wow, fancy packaging. Look at that.
Ooh, I'm excited. This is a whole sleeve, so we're kind of committed to trying a bunch of these. Gosh, Fancy's right, dude. This is bulletproof. What the hell?
And it is just a straight like cracker. It's not a cracker sandwich.
Right. This is just a cracker for, like a typical buttery Ritz, but with more pepper, I'm guessing. Yeah, it smells peppery. It's not like super strong. You can see it on the cracker. The little flecks.
Mm-hmm. The Ritz quality in Japan, by the way,
Yeah.
pretty consistent here as well. Very flaky and buttery. Japanese Ritz are way better than American Ritz.
Agreed. The pepper's nice. It really it elevates it. I mentioned this on the last podcast. I promise I'm not going to bring it up every time. Yes, I'm happily married and in love. My anniversary is coming up, and we have some tinned fish that we got in Japan that I've been waiting to try. We're going to do that on our anniversary. We're going to try those. I think these would pair well. These are a nice savory cracker. It's not like one of their super seasoned Ritz that's like too much that it'll detract from the flavors of what you're dipping it in. But it's just like a nice peppery Ritz, and it's pretty addictive. It's pretty nice.
Like I said, the Ritz quality in Japan is so nice. And the black pepper adds a nice little element to it. Very rich, buttery, flaky.
What are you thinking? I feel pretty good about them, but I'm kind of hovering.
Yeah, I'm it almost feels silly to put it in a 4.
Right.
But it is a really good. You know what's funny is I think I like this more than the smoked cheese Doritos.
I'm gonna tilt your head down just a tiny bit. I can just see your mouth is like angled to like you're blowing over the top of a bottle when you go. But I'm just angling it to the center of the microphone.
Thank you.
What were you saying?
I was just saying that it almost feels silly to put it into a 4, but I feel like it's better. I like it more than these smoked cheese Doritos. So,
well, the smoked cheese so that was a 3.
mm-hmm.
I think it's a strong 3. I don't know if it. Let me try one more, and then I'm deciding. It's good. No, I think it's a 3. I think if it were a 4, it wouldn't be so hard to choose. It'd be like, yeah.
I think that's a good way of breaking it down. Yeah,
I think it's a strong 3. It's almost in there. It's very good.
it's very, 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 very good.
Okay, we're moving on now to, what do you think?
Maybe the Pringles?
Yeah, what do we think about trying those Pringles?
The consomme Pringles.
Okay,
The consomme on here.
this was a 4.
Yes.
And this was a 5. So that's a tiny can. It's a little baby can.
It's got a really fancy picture of soup on there.
It's kind of chody.
Very light smell.
You know, I'm not getting much of a smell.
Yeah.
I'm not getting much of a smell from these.
It's a very light scent.
It's got the classic Japanese Pringle shape, which is like tiny.
Yeah, theirs are more. The oval is less pronounced. It's less elongated, and they're also that's just the smaller version of Pringles.
By the way, I know I said chody. The can is chody. Since we're keeping the PG-13 rating and we can say one F word, I think 8 chodes equals 1 F word. So we get 8 uses of the word chode. I think I'm about halfway there now.
I was gonna say
about four
with your
times.
explanation. Yeah, you were definitely using up a lot of our.
So we have
our C word there.
We have 4 more C words. We can say, or we could say ass twice. Now one more time.
Now one more time. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay. Very nice, like rich roasted vegetable flavor.
Yeah. It's almost kind of oniony.
It is oniony, yeah, for sure.
It's pretty nice. It reminds me of another Pringle that we've had.
Ooh, I like this.
Like maybe one of the seafood ones.
I was just about to say that I feel like this would be really good as a seafood chip, but there's so many good seafood chips that this still should just be its own thing. But
This is nice.
it tastes like the best version of like a vegetable soup or like a chicken soup, you know?
Yeah. I like that. I really like that. Very
Very
savory.
strong flavor.
Very strong. There is almost like a hint of fishiness to it. Unless I'm crazy.
Ooh, that's good. That's really good.
The more I eat it, the more I like it.
Me too.
I think I probably put this in a 4.
I think it's a 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are nice.
That's quite nice. That'll be 1 Olympic silver medal for Japan.
Yep. We're giving them out this year.
Yeah. How fun would that be? Here you go.
Here you go.
I'd be doing one of those jokes where I go to pick up the medal and I go, ooh, and I'm like dragging it on the ground. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. You guys are the athletes, not me. Okay, let's move on to
Should we do the
better
Samyang run?
jokes. Yeah, let's
better
do
run.
the
Better jokes.
Well, you want to do the shrimp chips before or after? Because if those are spicy, it might be nice to cool down with the sweets, and it might affect our palate for the shrimp.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So you do black truffles, you said? So these are
Italian black truffle shrimp chips.
okay.
Oh, my.
Let me smell.
Dude.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
As a truffle lover, I know Evan is as well.
I love truffles. That is a very strong truffle smell, and a shrimp, and a shrimpiness to it.
Ooh, it's like buttery almost.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a thicker shrimp chip too. They really went fancy for these. Okay, we smelled it too much, and we took away some of the truffle flavor.
I was gonna say it's almost like the truffle scent is so much stronger than the flavor. The first thing I'm getting is that shrimp chip flavor. There's kind of a butteriness to it, like you said, but I think we smelled all the flavor out. I think that the truffle ghost was marinating in there, and we sucked him into our nose. We like split him in half, like into 2 separate Ghostbusters boxes, vacuums. What do they call their busters? Like are they vacuums?
I think that they're busters, yeah, for busting ghosts.
You do not want me on your team for Ghostbusters trivia, unless it's who did the who was the body double in the Ghostbusters Afterlife film for the whatever the main antagonist is, when the lady comes in and it's like it's a sexy ghost. It was Olivia Wilde, and I recognized her from her cheekbones. So, anyways, we don't have to get into it. Like I said, I'm already married. Olivia Wilde, please get out of my comment section.
Yeah. Go back to Harry Styles or something.
Yeah. So these,
I have an interesting critique on these. Yeah. You want to go first?
I'm surprised the truffle flavor isn't stronger.
I was going to say, not only is the truffle flavor not as strong as you'd think, the shrimp flavor is not as strong as you'd think. It's like they went with a more subdued shrimp flavor and a more and a subtle truffle flavor. I will say that the flavors that are there taste of higher quality than normal. Like it tastes like real shrimp.
Yeah,
and it tastes like the truffle flavor is like it's there, but it's very mild.
You know what this one looks like? Looks like
What?
a bug that Bear Grylls would eat.
Like eating bugs like in The Lion King, you know?
Do you think that Bear Grylls? You know, when they do like prison meals, last meal when you're on death row, you think they give him just a plate of bugs and a cup of piss?
Yeah. Definitely. That's why he eats that stuff, because he loves it, not because it's survival.
Yeah, well, he loves survival, so he loves to eat it, which means even though he doesn't love the flavor, he does love those foods.
Yes.
Yeah, these are almost a little bit disappointing based off the smell.
Yeah, the smell was really good.
The flavor is still nice.
They're good. They're not great. I was expecting them to be great.
Sriracha mayo.
Yeah. Oh no. I think for me these are 3.
I could almost be persuaded in putting these in a 2.
Just because the letdown.
They're not bad. Yeah, there's just it's because of the letdown. Yeah. We can put them in a 3. A little disappointed there, but
yeah,
that's okay. I'm glad that we did those before the Samyang. So, I think it's time to break out the translator on these. Good old Google Translate. So let's see. I think we should start with this one. Or maybe, I guess depending on what this says. So this is, okay, well, it says 14 kinds of cheese.
Nice.
I'm in love with you.
Nice.
So I don't know how accurate that is. This one, 14 as I'm looking at a 4 is crazy, Google. This one says, okay.
And this is for
That's
sure
not
Japanese
translated.
on the package, right?
What to do and what to do. Yeah, I mean, well, this is Japanese. This is Korean down here.
I'm gonna get a second.
Oh, habanero and lime. Habanero and lime. Okay. Oh, you're getting a second opinion?
Yeah.
Well, it definitely says original.
Potato chips. What's going on? Original taste.
Yeah. Okay.
Here,
Original taste.
You get an eye on that one.
Yeah. Potato chips. What's going on is very funny.
14 kinds of cheese flavor.
Oh well, it says what's going on because it's it's trying to translate the Korean, thinking it's Japanese. So the translator is like, "What's going on?"
Oh,
You're
yeah.
lying to me.
That makes sense.
There's no way that's 14.
It's funny because it says 14, and then I bring it closer, and then it's 74.
I don't even think there has been 74 kinds of cheeses invented yet.
No.
I think we're maybe at 71.
Yeah, true. We're getting close.
Let's do this. So this is original spice. Then we'll do cheese, and then we'll do habanero and lime. How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right.
Big puffy packages.
I can't open this. Is it time for a chip bag pop? No, these chips are too valuable. We couldn't possibly. Oh my gosh, the brute strength. That was just like Edward Norton's Hulk. Not quite Mark Ruffalo's.
Like they're not calling me back, is what you're saying? Yeah, Mark Ruffalo is going to be on the next episode of the podcast.
Wow, these are really big chips.
Yeah, not a big amount of chips.
They smell almost. Oh well, no. Maybe it was an optical illusion from the reflection of the foil. It's like a funhouse smear effect. They look normal or even on the smaller side after I get them out.
They do smell like that.
It's like a sweetness to it.
The BULDAK.
They smell like the okay, I can't talk. I can't talk when I'm trying to say BULDAK, and I got to stop. And hey, I'm eating chips every day. All right, that's enough of that. That's embarrassing. I hope these aren't as spicy as you know. As I'm cool with a little bit of spice, but I do not want to like ruin my day tomorrow.
I mean, the chicken is breathing fire.
Lock myself in the bathroom like a man who is there knows there's a full moon on the horizon and he's got werewolf in his blood.
Exactly. You're trying to protect the family.
All right. Good
Kinda
flavor.
sweet.
There's a saltiness to it too.
It is slightly different than the ramen in a good way.
Yeah.
Because it tastes more like
Very savory.
it should be on a chip.
It's got a nice pepper flavor.
And it's hot,
It's
but
got
not
a
like
kick.
too hot.
It's got a kick, but it's hot, especially for a chip. But it's nowhere near, the punishment and the pain of the 2-time spicy
Ooh,
ramen.
these are addicting. Oh, and the heat does build the more you eat.
I'm saving my rating until we try all of them.
Okay.
But these are tasty.
Ooh,
The
I
heat
really
does
like
build.
these.
That's a spicy chip. One of the spiciest chips I've ever tried. For sure. Easily.
Definitely has that sweet savoriness that you expect from like the BULDAK proprietary blend, not brand.
All right, let's move on to the 700 kinds of cheese flavor.
Yep.
I'll open this one. I got this one.
You got it.
Don't worry.
Nice.
That one was
First
so
try.
much significantly looser. All right, here's this. Smells very cheesy.
Like buttery cheese though. Like
Doesn't smell
kinda like
spicy.
an American cheese. Whoa.
This reminds me of a Colby 4-cheese blend chip that we had. They're not nearly as spicy.
No. It's a very unique blend of cheeses.
A little bit of sweetness in there. Oh, there's a spice, though. There definitely is a spice. That's nice.
Right at the very end, there's the BULDAK flavor.
Yeah. Oh, I do like that cheese flavor.
It grew on me. At first, I wasn't sure how to feel about it. But the more I ate, it's just, I really like that BULDAK flavor.
What is your tongue telling you? What are the 74 cheeses?
They're all 74, they're 74 different brands of American cheese.
Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. Man, it's starting to get hot. My head's starting to sweat. Oh, man. Guys, don't get bald. Your head is going to sweat when you eat something spicy, and you need that hair there to mop it up.
And to disguise it so that people don't know that you're sweating, that your head isn't sweating. You know, when you're bald, it just all pools up and goes down.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. So, last but not least, the Samyang Habanero Lime.
You definitely smell the BULDAK, and then you smell the citrusiness from the lime.
Yeah, kind of a interesting smell. My mouth is it's starting to build with all of the chips that we've been eating.
It's good. It's
They didn't
definitely
mess
not,
around.
It's not as spicy as the ramen.
No.
But like you said, it is probably one of the spiciest
I've ever
chips.
had. Yeah.
Other than like the ones that are made for stunt, like Pocky or whatever. Ooh. Very limey.
But it's not too sour. It's a good balance. Like all of them do. It's got this tiny little bit of like sweetness
Yeah.
that comes in right before the tanginess, the lime. Yeah, and then it's got a kick. It's pretty tasty. Wow. This is actually might be closer than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, let me try one more of those. I think these guys might be the hottest.
I think you're right.
Okay. That is great.
Yeah.
You know? I think I kind of make it easy on myself. I kind of feel like I might have my personal preferences, and I'd have to think about which one I like more, which one I like less. But I think they're all going to be in the same category for me. I think they're all pretty equivalent.
There's one that shines above for me.
There's one that shines above for you, and I think it's probably this one, which is the spiciest of the three, the original spice or whatever it's called. But where do you rank them? What do you think of for numbers?
For me personally, so for me,
Woo!
the original
Yeah.
is a 5.
Okay.
The other two, I think that they are 4s. I think I like the habanero lime the least, surprisingly.
Me as
That
well,
is
but
almost
I
a
really
3
do
to
like
me.
it. Yeah.
But it's it is still a quality chip. And I feel like for those that really like lime, it would really sell for them. But
Yeah.
to me, the original kind of edges it out because it has that really good savory flavor with a little
And
bit of
it's
sweetness
not just
and
a
the
pepper
spice.
flavor. Yeah, it's a sweetness, savory. It's a complex flavor. I agree. It's my favorite also. I think I probably put all of them in 4, but I agree with your assessment of bumping it up to 5. I got no problems with that. I think that has earned its spot. It's a very, very tasty chip, and they all are. And man, I'm getting affected. It's affecting
I
me.
think that if you have tried the BULDAK ramen and you like the flavor profile, but it's like a little bit too much for you, like if you're like,
Yeah.
this is too spicy for me to eat, you could probably eat those chips way more frequently.
But pace yourself, because if you're again, if the bulldog is too spicy for you, but you are a spicy chips enjoyer and you're looking to kick up the heat, these are definitely worth trying. But just it might humble you a little bit.
It
All I'm
is,
saying.
yeah, it is definitely, like you were saying, one of the spiciest chips that you can get.
Yeah, all very tasty,
Just readily
though.
available.
So again, for the audio listeners, we put 5 was the original spicy, and then 4 we put the habanero and lime and the 700,000 cheese flavor.
Right.
All of them are great. Moving on now to the Milo Kit Kat. Something to sweeten the deal and to cool off my tongue. All right.
You want a half of one? You want to split it?
Yeah, let's do half. Yeah. I don't want a belly full of chocolate when I'm about to be putting clam jerky. Okay. Thank you, sir.
For you.
Yeah, smells good.
Just extra chocolatey. I could see.
This is so close to just the original Kit Kat.
Yeah, I can.
Let's do one more.
There's a little bit of a
And maybe it's like a
powdery
little...
chocolate flavor there.
Yeah, it's almost like you said, it does remind you of like Ovaltine. Like a chocolate milk flavored chocolate. But it's nothing special. I mean, it does taste good.
They're good, yeah.
I'd go 3, I think, with these. It doesn't distinguish itself enough, I think, to warrant an entirely new flavor. But I mean, it's tasty.
I think 3 is fair. I would almost put in 4 just because I love Kit Kats, but
Yeah.
that's my own personal bias.
Well, as a Kit Kat, it's a 3. As a candy, a Japanese Milo Kit Kat I would say it's probably a 4. So do with that as you will. I will let you be the ultimate decider.
I think on the Japan snack scale, it's fine in 3.
Sure. Now we're moving on to Kit Kat, the sugar butter tree. So a little bit of sugar, a little bit of butter, a little bit of bark, a little bit of sap, perhaps.
This was a last minute.
Ooh,
This is a
I
last
love the
minute
packaging.
airport cop.
Yes.
It looks like it's a cookie sandwich on the packaging.
Yeah. It's like a sugar cookie. In the middle is sandwiching to a big slab of butter or something.
Oh, whoa!
That smells like a stick of butter. Actually, it smells like the butter you put on popcorn.
It does smell like popcorn butter.
Did we get a Birdie Bots Kit Kat?
Yeah.
One of us is getting butter and the other one is getting earwax, dude. All right. It's pretty buttery.
It is. Wow.
It is more buttery than sugary. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're eating like a fancy butter.
It's very rich. Yeah. it's definitely
Decadent.
way butter forward.
I don't know. I could eat more of those.
Yeah, you eat. I think you eat them in small batches. Is it literally like a butter sandwich? Is that like what this is supposed to be?
In the UK, they call them butter toasties. With hold the veg.
Melty, milky deliciousness, smooth cream with a hint of butter. Smells like butter. A new crunchy texture made with sugar butter tree's 7-ingredient dough. So sugar butter tree must be a sugar butter tree and Kit Kat. So that's a brand.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I like butter a normal amount, not exactly. No one's going to be confusing me with Paula Deen. I almost accidentally said Paula Abdul. Paula Deen. No one's gonna be. Well, probably no one will confuse me with Paula Abdul either. Probably.
Right, because a lot of people don't know who that is nowadays.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to last but not least,
Did we
our
rate 'em?
weird food. Yes. 3? I feel kind of like a 3. Yeah. So okay, now it says it's not expired. It's not something that requires refrigeration. It should be okay. So these are clam. It's like a clam jerky. These are clam strips. Okay. Ooh.
In a good way or a bad way?
Smells kind of funky.
Yeah, there's
like an aura of food poisoning to
yeah,
it.
that's what it smells like. Red Tide. Let's see what kind of clams these are. Hokey.
Hokey dokey clams?
Raw surf clams from Canada.
Okay.
Sweeteners.
So these guys have been all over. They went from Canada to Japan to back to the Pacific Northwest, back to our home state.
Do the nature product small objects? It seems like it's. I think it's just like we're smelling all the things that are in there, and it's also raw. I mean, yeah, that's how we do it.
Do you just eat them as is, right? You don't have to cook these or anything.
Not from what I saw.
Okay.
Or maybe we'll get violently ill, and then we can
blame my
post
sister.
an update.
I kind of want to try like a small piece.
Yeah, this will be kind of cool. If any of our Japanese viewers are going to be like, "Oh, that's cool! You guys ate fish bait."
God, that stinks. God, that stinks.
I'm getting a big piece.
Oof. I don't know,
You
boss.
ready?
Yeah.
It smells like vinegar and clams.
Yeah.
Tastes like clam. A little sweet.
Yeah. Tastes like salted clam.
Actually, very sweet.
It's not bad. It reeks.
Well, I didn't mean to grab half the bag.
That's not bad at all.
No.
Actually, it's quite good, I must say.
Yeah. The texture is really nice.
There's no weird aftertaste or anything. God, imagine this is what kills me. It's
a good way
good,
to
right?
go.
It's okay. It's got an expiration date, right?
Yeah.
So it should be fine. Oh, a little piece of the ocean, and that would be sand crystal.
To be fair,
That's nice.
it does say on the back that there is probably going to be some gristle.
Can you hear it? Guys, can you hear it at home? I'm crunching sand.
I can hear it.
Yeah. So that's a little off-putting, but
Yeah, man, I like this.
I like it too.
I don't think it's my favorite way to enjoy clams, but I think for a once in a,
The vinegar is not as strong as it smelled. The sweetness, you want to take it or leave it. It's not bad at all. We don't necessarily have to rate it, but we might as well, I guess. Might even put these in like a 4.
yeah.
That's pretty solid. Thank God.
Because I feel like the clam is a pretty high quality clam.
Yeah.
But imagine that if there was like a seasoned version, a little bit of peppers, a little bit of soy sauce, something like that.
I mean, we could just do that to this, or we could even put it over rice. Do you guys know if clam is one of those like brain parasite type of fish? Like,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
baby.
like oysters.
Yeah, we're done for.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This has been a great episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host,
Yeah.
Evan.
And I've been your host, Gabe.
You've been listening to the Super Tasters podcast, and now you're going to listen to me thank my patrons on patreon.com/Super Tasters podcast. It's $5 a month if you want to support us. That's the only tier. You will get access to behind-the-scenes content and early episodes, blooper reels, stuff like that. Thank you to those of you that do choose to support. Thank you to KG Ma, Tape Master, Lesbert, Clearly Awesome. Thank you to The Pickler. Thank you to Yarbs, Lisa Rose. Thank you to Unicycler. And thank you so much to Dilly and Pickle Spear.
Thank you
and
very, very much.
You for listening, taste buds. Thank you for tuning in while I am out in the wilderness and I'm, man, eating grubs and drinking piss. Like, I know I mentioned Bear Grylls.
Working.
Gabe is working his booty off. Thank you so much for listening to the Super Tasters podcast, guys. Make sure if you see them in your local Asian market, which we always are huge proponents of going out and trying snacks from your local Asian market. If you come across the Samyang chips, all three of them worth a try. We are partial to the original spicy, the red bag. Be warned, they're spicy.
And you know what? Why don't we get just a really quick shout out to Koreatown in Japan, where we got them from.
Man, that was fun.
Very, very. We went there kind of later in the day. They were getting ready. There a lot of them were shutting down. Koreatown and Osaka. The people there were very friendly. And we were chatting a little bit, with what, we could converse with a little bit of English, a little bit of Japanese, actually a tiny bit of Korean. When we were buying food, they gave us a couple of extra pieces.
They were so awesome.
Just it was a great experience. So shout out Koreatown.
Yeah. Shout outs to the homies in Koreatown.
Yeah.
Shout out to our Korean ancestors. Yes. We are both a quarter Korean. So you're listening to a 50% Korean podcast. Thank you for listening, guys. And as always, remember to the clam parasite is taking over. I like how I stuttered and made Gabe stutter. But anyways, I must find ocean water. And my message to all the fans: no more eating clams. They're stinky and they want to live a long life.
The worms got to us. There's clam worms in my brain.
Yeah, the K in RFK stands for clams.